Hey guys, happy, and I mean happy September 12th. I posted a little blurb yesterday that I found. I copied it from someone else, shared it. It was great. I wished I had written it because it fit perfectly with what I was feeling and I have been feeling. So, what if today I'm just going to give you a quick little challenge to um, pretend it is September 12th, 2001. Some of you might not have been born yet, so pretend just reliving yesterday's events on Facebook and just in my memories and the emotional disturbance that was in the world. Bring yourself back to September 12th, 2001. And if you weren't born, then just pretend with me. Go with me in your imagination, or if you don't really remember. But I think we all remembered if we were alive. Even my kids that are now adults, they remember where they were, what we were doing, what was happening, and the emotional, because what fires together wires together. Remember that. So that day fired emotionally in all of us, all around the world, not just Americans. This was, my brother knew about it first in I think he was in Iceland, or Germany. No, he was in Iceland. But anyway, he knew about it first because he was awake and I wasn't yet on the West Coast. So it impacted the world. It impacted everybody's emotions. So when we relived it yesterday, you actually kind of rewired. It was a wiring of the previous firing. It repeated. You went back in your memory. You went back in your emotion and relived some of those emotions. Some of you cried. I watched some videos of like people talking as their plane was ready to crash and as they were up in the towers and they didn't know if they were going to make it out. Maybe they didn't. It was very touching and it sparked those emotions anew. And even though it was 17 years ago, your brain and your psyche and your wiring does not have connection to time. Does not have connection to time. So when you just relived that yesterday, I didn't even know I was going to say this. I was just going about September 12th today. So just hang with me. It's how I am. Kind of roll with me here. But when you've relived that emotionally and the thought and the pictures and the feelings and all of that came back, your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind, on some emotional level, depending on how deeply you went there in your memory, it's wired. It's wired. And it just takes these visions, these visuals to trigger. Your brain is crazy good and crazy bad. Like you can use it for you or use it. And this is the whole point of the work I want to do, is teaching people now to know how their wiring is, how it was wired, and what causes the firing and the wiring, and then how to hack it to make you happier, because you can do that. Because a lot of us, I had no idea I was going here right now, but let's just do it. You know, you think it's true because you feel it and you think it, but that just came from an old firing and wiring of archaic, faulty wiring, potentially not. Doesn't matter. There's no judgment. It's just looking at it now with this brain and going, oh, I understand that now. But I'm going back now to my original topic. September 11th was an emotional firing, synapses, neuropathways, memories, because it contained deep, intense emotion. Therefore, we come to September 12th. So September 12th. And I love this post. If you didn't see it, go to my wall or go find it. I've seen it everywhere like today now because it's just so good and it resonates. Because the conflict in the world, we don't have planes flying into buildings today or yesterday. I was on a plane yesterday. I did think about it like, oh, this is the day that all the planes had problems. And I could have chosen to be scared about that, but I wasn't. So it just was interesting. But today, 17 years ago, there was a new place emotionally that people moved to because of the tragedy and the emotional distress and energy from yesterday. So today, do you think that there's new kind of tragedy in the world today? We don't have planes, but we got people. In fact, we didn't have Facebook, you guys. Nobody on September 11th, 2001 was posting stuff on Facebook. We were all glued to the news stations that were just continual 24/7 about it. Absolutely, for actually years since then. The news has just continually been where we feed, because it just keeps us active and alert and aware and emotionally triggered a lot of times, just saying. But coming back to this purpose, we have trauma, we have tragedy, we have people firing rockets and destroying each other. We have words, we have energy, we have anger, we have fear. September 11th, 2001 was fear. You guys, the people that crashed into those buildings, they were people with families. They were real human beings that were riddled with fear. These are not, the enemy are not these people. The enemy is the fear that these people acted under. Justified or not, in their mind, it was justified. That's what matters, in their mind. And you can get upset with them and try to prove them wrong. Go back to my other live video I did. Or you can go, holy smokes, look at the damage that fear is a primary emotion. Then we go to anger. Then we go to rage. Then we go to attack. But fear comes first. That's the most damaging. The anger that we feel in the world right now is stemmed from fear. And fear is the absence of love. Just something to think about on September 12th, 2018. So let's take the energy and the anger and the bitter and the people that are burning each other up right now. This I'm not flying my plane into your building, but I'm flying my words into your heart. I want to make sure you understand. I want to make sure you get it right. I want to make sure you see it my way. What's the difference? Honestly, what is the difference in energy and in fear? So let's take this and go, okay, I am so thankful that we have each other, whether you agree or not, I'm not going to be afraid of you. I'm not going to be afraid of what you stand for, because the fear has no place when there's love and there's understanding and there's communication and there's connection. And that's what we're all here for. And that's what September 12th, 2001 showed us all, that we need, and it's part of our survival. We have to have connection with people, all people, not just those that agree with us or that kneel or don't kneel or don't burn or whatever, all the other, rockets that are flying around in the world. Anyway, happy September 12th. My challenge, let me end with this. The challenge is today, go out of your way if you want to. Only if you want to. Don't do it because you won't do it if you don't want to. But if you want to, go out of your way to see somebody, reach out to somebody, a post on Facebook, someone in your world, a family member you're having discord with, and reach out and say, let me understand this. Let me understand you. I seriously want to understand. I might not agree, but that's fine. No problem. Let me just understand. And don't fear it inside you. Don't fear it. Feel the fear maybe and go switch it. Oops, my microphone fell. Switch it. Just make a new decision with this brain now. Because fear was wired in our survival brain. It's automatically going to be there. Now you can override it and go, okay, breathe. That helps find that place. And then go there. Go there with someone today. Let me know if you do. I'd love to hear about it. Have a great September 12th, 2018.